开始了吗？Hello everyone, is anyone online? Yeah, okay. So no one's online. 所以现在上面没有人。对。Okay. Oh, there's 2 people online. Hello. Hiya. Welcome. Okay. Hello. Where is everyone from? The United States? Sorry if I'm just drinking coffee and wine. Right. So it's 10 p.m. from India, the Netherlands, Singapore, Illinois. Right. Thank you for watching. New York. So was everyone on the Telegram group last night to look at the screenshots of the slides from the Korea meetup? Did you have an idea of what's going to be about today in this live stream, roughly? Yeah, cool. Okay. Do you have any questions that you want to ask? I can take down notes now. Yes, it is working, but you will have to refresh 2 hours later to see that your points, that your retweet has been detected by the system, because there's a latency of roughly 2 hours for our system to detect your retweet. So once you've retweeted, it wouldn't show your points immediately. You have to wait 2 hours. Thank you. I think I look all right for having worked many hours yesterday. Hello, this is Sin Rabbit. Okay, we're just waiting for a few minutes, 5 more minutes until I can start. No problem, it's my pleasure for updating the community. It's my job. Sorry for coffee. To the option for you to take over the counseling please. All right. Okay, so issue with retweet points, and you want to know who are the winners of the sticker competition. As far as I know, the news will be released pretty soon. I know that people were finalizing the decision last night. Yes, hashtag Joya HODL. Okay, so retweet. Thank you. Hello. So 3 more minutes until we can start. We do get days off. We get on the 1st of May, it's national holiday, it's Labor Day. So we get Monday off, Tuesday off, and then Monday off as well. And that's why we're working today. Today is a makeup work day. Oh, okay. So we want a UTC -5 time zone admin. Okay, yeah, I understand that we haven't been able to answer everyone's question in the Telegram chat room because we have limited admins and they all have a full-time job. Only a few ones are on it 10 hours a day, and that's still not enough, so we'll work on it. Yeah, it's not an issue if you're not signed in with your original YouTube account. It doesn't really matter. I think it's being said that I have got 10,000 DBC tokens to give out after this live streaming. And I think what you need to do is obviously watch this and then go on to Telegram later. Or Twitter even, I'm not really sure, to comment on what you think of the show, of the talk, what can be improved, what you liked, and then leave your wallet address, and then the DBC token will be distributed. Okay, someone's taking note of your wallet address, but obviously because this comment section will run through very quickly, so we might not be able to catch all the wallet address, so it's safest if you post it in Telegram. So what do you do? Oh, are you Jim? Very interesting. How can you get a t-shirt? Our merchandises are coming out soon. We all have prototypes, and you've seen us wearing the t-shirts in our quarterly meeting. We're still trying to manufacture more and bring it to everywhere that's needed, because it's all made in China, and we'll have to bring it to the US, to India, to the Netherlands, and it's a bit of a logistic issue. So we'll have to figure that out, and we'll make sure that there's enough for everyone who wants one to get some. No, it's a NEO. Yes, it's an AEP5 token, and you need a wallet that's compatible with that. Okay, it's now 10 a.m. in Shanghai, so let's start the show. So it was very exciting. The first meeting of our second series of the Global Meetup took place in Seoul, Korea last night. It's a pity that we couldn't live stream the whole thing, but we did manage to do a few screenshots and a few short videos and posted them on Telegram, so you could get a glimpse of what went on. The event was not just a meetup, it was also sort of an inauguration ceremony for our new AI officer, Dr. Dongyan Wang. And I know that everyone's very excited about his joining the team. And he's brought a presentation with him to the meetup to present to the audience on the whole new strategic marketing positioning of Deep Brain Chain, and exactly what we are, what we're going to do this year, and some very exciting news that we've never released before, such as the mining machine that we're going to make. So I'm going to be talking about 3 main points that can be taken away from the slides Dr. Dongyan Wang presented. So first, a question that a lot of people often ask is, so are you based on NEO? Are you a chain on NEO? Yes, we did our ICO based on NEO, but the fact is DBC, Deep Brain Chain, is going to be hosting its own high-performance public blockchain for AI companies, for any companies with AI needs. So the chain is innovative. We're going to incorporate new technology to solve some of the scalability issues of blockchain. And it's a public chain and AI foundation chain. So in the past, imagine if you have to, and if you want to build any AI products, you have to invest a lot of money in AI workstation in a cluster with a lot of GPUs first, and that's a lot of money. Now, many companies can do that, and then you have to spend money in investing in a very highly skilled team, and that's all money throwing in even before you start producing your product, developing your apps. So only a few big corporations can do that, and we want to change that because we believe that AI is the future, and in AI, application is king. So how do you help more people build their own AI apps, and how do you help the process become faster? And that's what we're trying to do. We're going to securely connect computational powers, computational resource across the globe, and we'll be sharing data, algorithms, and models on our platform. So what we're trying to do is build a very basic bottom infrastructure blockchain for AI companies or anyone with AI needs, anyone who wants to train their own models, to come onto the blockchain and to be able to start without having the huge amount of money in your pocket, without breaking the bank, and also to help them thrive. Okay. Sorry, I just need to drink a bit of water. So really, the first point to be taken away from the presentation is that Deep Brain Chain will be hosting its own public blockchain to help any companies with AI needs to have a start and to thrive. And essentially what we want to be, you can say that we're trying to be the Uber of the AI computing world, because we'll be connecting all the computational resources, data, algorithms, and models for AI companies and people with AI needs to use with a lot less cost. And also to accelerate the time that your AI product can go to the market. So far, do we have any questions on that point? Is it clear that DBC is going to be hosting its own public blockchain? Can a company already use DBC for work? If not, when? You'll be able to do that when the platform is up. The mainnet will be out by the end of October. Who is your competition? Well, that's everybody's guess, isn't it? Who's our competition? Everyone has a different opinion. A lot of people's mentioned SingularityNet, but really we see them more as a company that we can collaborate with, because what they're trying to do is train their AI agents. They're not offering computational power themselves, and we are. So what we can do is perhaps collaborate. We can go in hand. We're not really competitors in our eyes. Yes, so we're not going to be with NEO anymore, but we maintain a very good, very friendly relationship with NEO. So nothing's been changed. It's not malicious. It's just a natural occurrence of the development, because what we're trying to do is really powerful, and we need to have our own blockchain and to be able to maintain the security of it and the performance of it. So we need to have our own blockchain, and that's why we're doing that. Yes, Cortex is a competition that's being mentioned very often, and we are keeping a close eye on what they're doing. Will you be listed on Next after the mainnet launch? I have no information nor any confirmation on any sort of listing on the exchange. Listing on exchange is obviously a very strategic move of any project. So the reason you're not hearing anything is because we don't want you to know anything. We don't want you to hear anything, because there's nothing to be said, nothing to be told. And that's why. So when there's news, you will hear it. So how will the transition from NEO to DBC blockchain? Well, I have myself asked our tech team that question as well. There will be ways to do it. Basically, they have already thought about how to do it. And of course, we'll make sure that it's a smooth transition. So 50% of the total coins, of the total token, is going to be released via mining. I can't tell you anything about us being listed on any sort of exchange. That's just not an information that we want to speculate on. And we also don't want to encourage speculation. Otherwise, disappointment is bound to happen, and we don't want that. And we want people to focus on what we're trying to do tech-wise and the development of the company, marketing-wise and technology-wise. How much would the AI mining system cost? Okay, so that goes on to our hardware solution. Yes, I will talk about 100 million about to be invested in the Silicon Valley lab. Okay, I think it's a good time to move on to the second point now. So the second point that can be taken away from Dr. Dongyan Wang's, slides is that DBC will be providing scalable hardware solution for the mining nodes, and these hardware solutions will be able to bought in our token DBC. So namely, we're going to have our mining machines. These mining machines will be categorized into 3 different groups, from small, medium scale to enterprise level. The pre-sale will happen in mid-May, so obviously we're doing a weekend and working very hard to make that happen. And you will have to buy the mining machines with DBC, and use the amount of DBC you have in your wallet does matter. So the reason we're providing a hardware solution is because we want to provide a comprehensive solution to what we're trying to do. And these hardwares will come with a software, a DBC software that we will develop to go with it. You will have to install the software in the mining machines to be able to run it. But these softwares will also be turnkey solutions. There will be turnkey configuration. You can install mainstream AI training softwares like TensorFlow, Caffe with one click. So we want it to be a very easy transition for everyone. We don't want to have just our own software, and every time we update, every time we iterate, you have to change everything, and then that will cost money and time. We don't want that. We want to build something that's easy enough for everyone to use and can integrate with what you are already using. So that's why we will also have our own software to go with the mining machine. Let me just read the trouble. Can you briefly talk about the secure data trading aspect? Use case. Sounds okay. So yes. So how do we securely transfer data? So everything's done via smart contract. When you are trading data, and when you're buying, I think it's been said before that you are not going to see the data you're buying. There will be a mechanism to make sure that what you're training is training the data that you said you wanted, and what you received is what you said you wanted, what you said that you set out to buy. But you still won't be able to see the data itself. What you're buying is merely the usage rights, so the data owners maintain the data owning rights. Okay. I don't think this question's been raised before. If you can use to your own, get our software and set up your own mining rig, and then install that software on your mining machine and to mine DBC. I'm not exactly sure, but I will note that question down and ask our product manager that. That's a good question. Is DBC trying to work with the Chinese government? We all know that it's tricky with the Chinese government. They have their own agenda, obviously, and what we're trying to do is comply with the national laws. We don't want to upset them. And all I can say is we've always been constant and friendly communication with the institutions, and there's nothing more than that I can tell you, because if there is, it would already be out. How are you going to cash out the DBC invested to buy the mining hardware? This is a question for higher level personnel, I think. So there will be a website for the pre-sale of the mining machine. which will come out when the mining machine goes on pre-sale, which is mid-May. So you will be able to buy the mining machines or order the mining machines on the website. It will launch in mid-May. Yes, there will be master nodes, and still the amount of DBC required for master nodes not determined. I do not have any further information than what I had a month ago. And like we said in the last video AMA, we don't want to mislead our community and our clients. So we have to be 100% sure before we publish that information. And it's set to come out in the third quarter of this year. What's happening in Silicon Valley? I'll give you that information in a bit. So POS, so the consensus mechanism we use is quite innovative. I don't believe other projects are using it. It will be a DPoS combined with POI. There's a reason for that, is to make sure that the network is scalable, but in the same time secure and efficient. I have some detailed answers on that I've written down, which I think will be best published perhaps in a document version in words written down. That would be clearer. I cannot tell you when a mining machine will be shipped out approximately, and shipped out to where, you know. That's a logistic issue that we're trying to resolve right now, and it will surely be resolved by the time that these mining machines are going to be shipped. Proof of importance, that's right. Okay. So let's round up the two first points that I've just talked about in the past 22 minutes. I've been live for 22 minutes. So first of all, Deepbrain Chain is going to be hosting its own public blockchain. It will be an AI foundation chain for AI companies or anyone with AI needs to come onto the platform and source resources such as computational power, data, algorithms, and models to be able to build their own app, their applications, and to push their products out into the market faster than the traditional AI way. And the second point is that we will have our own hardware solutions to go with this public AI foundation chain. And the hardware solutions are mining machines, and they will come with their own software as well, which you will have to install to run the machine. And you can also use that to install your TensorFlow or Caffe. It's compatible. And that's what we're trying to do, because we believe that in AI, application is king. And so we need to provide a very comprehensive solution that will really help push the time of building an AI app and help AI companies do what they want to do, and faster and better in a secure way. So let's move on to the last point that we can take away, and also perhaps the most exciting news, if not a little shocking and surprising from the presentation, is that we will be investing 100 million US dollar over 3 years into our Silicon Valley lab, which is an AI and a blockchain research center. And our lab leader will be our newest Chief AI Officer, Dr. Dongyan Wang. So I see there's some Koreans here. I don't read Koreans, I'm sorry. How companies to use DBC? Okay. So what would the Silicon Valley lab be doing? Why do they need so much money? Obviously, we need to expand our team. They will be working on developing our hardware, the mining machines, and the software that will go with it. So that's partly where the money is going to. And also we need to build a state-of-art office space, because DBC will be hosting their own supernode, and that will need a compatible space as well. And our focus right now is to really produce a usable product by the end of the year, this year, a platform that AI companies and anyone with AI needs can actually come on and experience how the platform works and get the computational power they need, share data, buy data, train your models. So that's our focus right now. But in the same time, we're going to be doing cutting edge research as well on distributed deep learning, because there's no algorithm for that as of this moment. And sometimes when we're trying to introduce deep brain chain as a project, people always come up with the question that, but it's quite impossible simply to do distributed deep learning throughout between different nodes. And obviously it's perhaps impossible now, but the Silicon Valley lab will be doing research on that in the same time as we push out this platform that's usable for anyone with AI needs to come on and experience and adopt the DBC ecosystem. I don't know when Binance, nobody knows. Yes, I do not want anyone to speculate because it's simply a waste of time. Anything that we can show you is in our weekly and monthly newsletter that we work very hard on to publish every week, Tuesday morning, Silicon Valley time. So if there's any news, that's your first point of contact. And also Twitter will be a good place to get your news. And if we go Binance, oh, sorry, I got cold. I need to leave just for 1 minute. Okay, there's been a little incident and I'll have to go for today, but I'll come back really quick. And so I have to wrap up now. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.